Welcome, guys, to the daily analysis for February 20th. So, finally, we are at the end of the short week. And if you guys remember from the weekly watch list, we had discussed how at the start of the week or majority of the week, there are no major events. But the end of the week, we will have Opex, PCE, GDP, and now the Supreme Court decision all on the same day. So, obviously, so far, the market or the action this week has been pretty choppy. We are still in the same range where we have been since Feb 3rd. The volume this week so far has been low, and yesterday was even an inside day on QQQ. Could we see some more action, range expansion today? We could, while still being in this range, but majority of the range expansion probably starts next week. So let's look at the structure. Obviously, if you guys remember from the weekly watch list, I had discussed how everybody was bearish into the weekend and could the majority be right? So far, that's not been the case. They haven't been right. Market has been contained by this 594 area so far. Next week, we have Nvidia earnings. We still have the Iran attack thing hanging over our heads. We'll see where things are in the new weekly watch list. But for today's action, we're still range bound. So all the bearish fears so far haven't materialized. All right. So that's the larger time frame context in terms of events as well as where we are. Let's discuss the levels. Now, if you guys remember, I had discussed this range in the Wednesday's daily analysis and how we were stuck in this range. Yesterday, key area was around 604.5. I had said below this level, we would have some bearish bias, first to around 600 area and then potentially lower. Around 600, we found support. We had a pretty range bound day, which is also what we expected given all the events coming in today. All right. Now, on Opex days, 9 a.m. in the morning is when a bunch of SPX options expire, right? So that leads price to act more freely, but it can be two-way volatility, right? So Opex days are known to be tricky, which means if you're trying to scalp today, size a bit smaller than your usual. Second thing is the rest of the options will expire at the end of the day. So starting next week, we could see some more freedom in price. Another thing about context before we go into levels for QQQ and SPY, Opex days are notorious for being turning points. All right. So a lot of the times, if price has been going up into Opex days, it can stage a reversal after them and vice versa. Some of the major turning points, aka the COVID reversal and the top in 2022, all of them were around COVID days. Even last year, if you guys remember, I think we topped out right on the week of Opex. Not COVID days, sorry, Opex days. So Opex can be a reversal point a lot of the times. And this Opex in Feb, we have been coming lower. All right. Now, a lot of the people are afraid of the same pattern as last year. I have mentioned it before how we are not in exactly the same conditions. Semis, for example, are leading this time. Another thing I wanted to point out is how a lot of the selling in software, in many of the high-tech names, coming into this Opex, we have seen that selling and we are finally starting to stabilize. All right. So could this Opex be the turning point when the market finally stops being this afraid and the sentiment swings? We don't know, but we have to keep an eye out for it. All right. Software is just one of the names. All the high tech growth names, they got deleveraged over the last few weeks, as you all know. Bitcoin as well. All right. So could this Opex be a turning point that we have sold off into it? It could be. We have to wait and see. For now, next week, Nvidia earnings are on everybody's mind. Let's talk about the levels in QQQ. Again, we'll discuss more of this context around